Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Pitt lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Catch in the middle, it's Stevens.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Got the back over the middle. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's loose. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains because of his ability after the catch.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
So the Pitt Panthers offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful. They wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
Let's look at the big picture for Pitt. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, where we get paid a lot of money to do a job, and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results oriented. They've lost football games this year. and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Panthers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires complete on the crosser. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this guy's really feeling it. Of course, last week he had 2 sacks, and here he is in this one registering his first. This guy very quickly is making a name for himself as one of the best pass rushers in college football.
Tackled there by the defense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Here's a heat. Catch in the middle. It's Stevens. He's out past the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Cortez. Lets it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. From the 22 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Snagged out of the air. Trying to get it in. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Quarterback making checks. The snap sets up to throw. Big guy smells it. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different... And they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Lewis. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved him forward just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on first and second down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tompkins. Touchdown, Caves! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off a defender. Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This offense has it with really good field position. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass, it's Cortez. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Here's the pressure. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there.
Personal foul. Passer.
That roughing call probably stems from frustration as this guy has cut them into pieces. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. He's got him. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Cortez. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Watkins. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Creates a little space. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. The Panthers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. He's got it on the right. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Makes the grab on the left. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. There he goes. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. Quickly complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
Pass interference. Offense.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. 2nd down coming up. Wants to go up top. This time he's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to run it, and he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Pitt will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
And that penalty will back them up some more at the distance to the goal. Got a little space. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Pitt right back to the line. To the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
On target over the middle. That will be enough to move the chains and get them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. On 4th down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. It's good. Easy call for the ref. Are forced to settle for 3.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Cortez. Makes the grab, it's Tompkins. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Canes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need... thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. He's got his man. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Extending the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Back to throw, it's Cortez. Got his man on the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start... their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Canes are in the hurry-up. In their own territory, but completely undaunted as they go for it and make it on 4th down.
It's crazy. I don't even think you have a second thought. Even in your own side of the field, like, what, I'm going to have bad field position? Nah, I don't really care. We're going to go for it. We're going to play the numbers. We're going to be aggressive.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That's reeled in. It's Hurtado. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Wants to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He might want another play. Back to throw, it's Cortez. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
And it's knocked away, incomplete on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. To the air on 1st down. Can't make the connection, then the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete on the right side. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Ezukama. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Pitt now operating in the red zone. Now on the move. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Right on the money. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Power football with the run. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Cortez. Snagged in the middle, it's Dickey. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Canes will hustle to the line.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Stands in and takes the hit. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. He smashes his way through again.
The most fun. I see in football is when teams give up and they quit and they wave the white flag. It drives me nuts. You're on the field. Your job is to stop them. It doesn't matter what the scoreboard is. It doesn't matter how much time is left. Keep fighting. Keep grinding. You never know what can happen. Maybe you
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
Rushes on him. Makes the catch. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Looking to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. 22. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. Complete to the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. NC State was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to fire on second down. He's got an open man. All kinds of room to the right. The 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Pitt.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. To the air, it's Cortez. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Hurricanes in the hurry-up. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. And the Canes line it up with a first and goal. Looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Hurricanes. And the stomping has commenced. They put up another score here in the fourth, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. The give to the tailback. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a second and talk a little Pitt. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, an obvious passing situation. You know they're going to... the big INT, and that might seal their fate.
This offense will start doing business from their own 18-yard line on first down. Dropping back, it's Cortez. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. That's caught. It's Hurtado. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. Gonna look downfield again. Steps away. Rolling right and going deep. He's got it along the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Morrison. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football. You know exactly what you're going to get. What an unbelievable number to hit.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
They get to him as he throws.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the 4th quarter.
Makes the catch at the 45. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Pucks it out of the air. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Canes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Well, this one